P.O.L. Review.
Yo, what up everybody, IntraVenus here, back with another episode of P.O.L Game Review. And I'm also from P.O.L Music, go check it out. Today we're going to do another unboxing. And this time it's kind of special because I found a great deal on Amazon. So especially if you're an Amazon Prime member, you can get free shipping. I don't know if it's free if you're not a Prime member. Basically, you get for 50% off the Mandarin Spawn action figure from 2021. They're there right now. So I'll even throw something up on the screen here, give you an example of what to look for. And go ahead and get yourself one. I ordered mine yesterday and it came in the mail today. That is 24 hours, baby. Actually less than 24 hours that it took to get here. Amazing. They put it in this cool, Hotel Transylvania box. You know, now they're advertising for some Prime Video stuff right on the boxes. That's neat, nifty, huh? So, anywho, we're going to go ahead and get into this. I already have one of these, and when I saw that it was 50% off, technically it's like 47% off or something like that. So, anywho, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this nice unboxing of a 2021 action figure from Todd McFarlane Toys, and we'll see how it holds up. I'm going to compare it to the Tiffany the Amazon figure that I opened last episode as far as its quality, the build, and how many moving parts it has. These newer Spawn action figures, they all seem to have 22 movable parts. They have actual knees, elbows, you know, their ankles move, wrists, all kinds of stuff like that. Very posable. Now, I'm not sure if this one is as posable as those or not, but we're going to see. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Alright everyone, here it is. We're going to do this a little bit differently than last time because I don't have much room in my tiny living space. We're going to open it right here over this fantastically patterned blanket. So here we have my Hotel Transylvania Transformania advertisement box, shipped from Amazon Prime. 1 day shipping. 1 day. It said it was going to show up tomorrow, but you know what? It came today. It's awesome. But it also said that it was shipped from a fulfillment center within my state. So, you know, might not be that way for everyone. Trying to be very careful with this sharp knife box opener because I don't want to damage, even though we're going to be opening it anyways. See how they pack it, give you an idea. Some popped bubbles, decently packed enough, snug, no bending on the. Actually, you know what, they did a pretty good job on shipping that, even though it was in the mail for such a short amount of time that I guess it didn't have much time to get beat up, right? This is Mandarin Spawn. Yes, in fact, this does also boast 22 moving parts, just like we had seen before. Mandarin Spawn was originally featured in, I want to say, Series 11 of McFarlane Toys. It's either 9 or 11. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not going to go back and edit that, so we're going to open this up. But first, just look at this guy. How well packaged it is. It's a interesting character, to say the least. You know what? I think he was maybe in the Dark Ages Spawn series as far as the action figures go, and then I assume maybe he originated in the Dark Ages comic book. But correct me if I'm wrong, you know, I'm still learning. Every time I read a Spawn comic book, I go back, read old ones, I read the new ones, I look at the toys and stuff, I learn something I didn't know. Careful, careful, carefuls. And that ought to do it. Let's pop this baby open. Oh, there's one right there too. Careful. All right. Okay. Very nice. Look, there's a stand in here. You actually have to peel that off. They got that stuck on there. There's so good example. If you're gonna buy one and they're selling it as new, and you see that that isn't still sealed on the back, you know, and of course there will be cuts in these little circular stickers, but most importantly, you see that it's not attached back there anymore. You know that they opened it, tried to re-seal it and sell it as new. This has some nice weight to it. Looks really awesome. I like how we have the little twisties to hold it in. They got a little bit of a stretchiness to them instead of the old tape that you might remember seeing us deal with on the last episode. So another thing, you can't really get this out of here without cutting it. You have to be pretty strategic at bending this little tab here and pushing it through. So this isn't, it's almost resealable, you know, you come really close. Actually, you know what, I just did it, so you could probably pretty much put this guy back in the box when you're done, if that's what you want to do. I don't recommend trying to resell it as new unless you say open box, but you know, see that one, this one's harder to do. I'm just gonna cut it. So careful. Don't do this at home, kids. Whew. Could have cut my finger off. Alright, there goes that. Let's pull this guy out. Well, look at this here. I wonder, I guess they designed it to go through the plastic. It's interesting, I'd have to say. How do I get this guy out? Okay, also pretty hard to get out of there without denting the plastic for those who want to put it back in. Good Lord. Whew. Yeah, that was a little difficult to pull out. See, 22 movable parts. We got shoulder blades. We have elbows, wrists. We got probably a turny head that kind of, you could turn it sideways a little bit and up and down. His other arm. This spike on his shoulders. Interesting touch. This is not material. This is actually plastic. Almost looks 3D printed, actually. Interesting how they did that, but it adds a nice texture to it to make it look like a real material. So here we got hips. We can bend his legs out, put him in. We can bend his knees. This guy does not have movable ankles, I don't think. Kind of looks like they thought about it. I don't know, 22 movable parts. That means, yep, his waist turns probably on 2 different levels. This is really cool, you know. I like what they did here with this character. Let's go ahead and pull out the weapons. The weapons are kept in with the classic tape that loses stickiness over time. Keep that in mind. We're gonna do a little cut. A little precise cut. There and there. And we'll do one right here. Alrighty, there's one weapon and 2 weapons. We've officially emptied that part. Finally, let's go in here and grab this guy. I'm not sure how they expect you to peel this out. Sorry, I'm bumping the camera. How do they expect you to get this out of here? Am I missing something? I see, we gotta pull the whole cardboard out. That makes a lot more sense. Jeez. It's in there good. Alright. There's our little spawn disc for posing. Guess you choose which foot you want to put on there. Probably the right, so his other foot can stand on it. And he can stand like that. And then we can go ahead and we'll put some weapons in his hands here. Let's see. Does it matter which is which? Probably not. Woo! At least with these newer figures, you don't have to worry about them breaking in your hands immediately, hopefully. Unlike if you're unboxing a Spawn toy from the 1990s. Yeah, the thumb bends out a little bit. And you gotta kind of hook it into his hand. This is something that would not work well if it was an older action figure, you know? Because you'd be bending these fingers. There we go. Maybe we'll put that one in this hand and we'll do this one over here. You really got to get in those fingers. See, look how the fingers are tightly gripped there. And then you got to put this in there. I don't know if y'all can hear that, but it sounds like a plane's going down outside. Come on. Probably start from the bottom maybe, yeah? Stretch it. I honestly can't get that in there. Let's do a little cut real quick. We're gonna do a cut scene. Okay. Yeah, you really have to pry his fingers open. Like a dead body in rigor mortis. This is really cool though. Look at the designs on the blade here. I love the chest. That's also like a mouth and a face. Some great detail going on here. The kneecaps. His feet I always found interesting, kind of dinosaur-like. What do we got here? A little something something. This is really cool. I gotta say the quality has improved massively compared to these older Spawn figures. Get that out of the way real quick. Here's Tiffany the Amazon from 1996, I believe. There's Tiffany. The paint job has always been pretty good on Spawn action figures, you know. But when you look at Tiffany here, we've got 1 bend, 2, 3, 4. Oh, they rotate too. So I guess that's 5 and 6 moving spots. 7, 8, 9, 10. And we got 11, 12, 13. You know, I mean, 13 moving parts is pretty good. Especially for those older 90s action figures. The problem with this one was her sled and other weapons, the side of the sword and stuff, had just snapped off coming right out of the box. I have another one that's sealed in the box, and you can see it's already partially snapped in there. And it hasn't even been opened or roughed up, really, as far as I can tell. But there's that for you. Keep on bumping my camera. I have to say I really like the touch of them all coming with the stand now. And I really like the packaging now compared to the older packaging. So here, for example, the older action figures would be packaged like this. Here's Tiffany. And you can see, look, one of the pegs on the sled already broken off. It's rattling around in there. See it? And you know, these handlebars break off real easily. But that's how they were packaged before. You know, you just peel this bubble off. You get the clip and collect, which is cool. But this is much more sturdy and presentable, I think. In the long run, I think it'll last longer and really hold up if you're a collector that wants to hold on to sealed action figures. So there it is, folks. Let's go ahead and back out and we'll do a final conclusion on this wonderful action figure. Stick around. Alright, y'all. Well, there it is. An unboxing of 2021's Spawn, Mandarin Spawn release from McFarlane Toys. This guy really does have a lot of posability. The more I play with it, the more it really feels loose. Not loose in a bad way, loose like I won't feel uncomfortable putting it in, you know, the best positions for, say, my display wall. There's a lot of moving parts here, and I'm sure you do have to be careful to an extent. You know, it was, like I said, a little difficult to put the weapon in his hand. Had to pry open the fingers. But look at this guy. He's really something. I like it. I like it a lot. I like the weapons. I like the design. The detail. The movability. The posability. You know, you can have him standing on top of an enemy and just posing and, you know what, I do also like the stand, so you can put them on the stand and just, it'll help keep them posed wherever you want to keep them on the shelf. This is the 2021 edition of Mandarin Spawn, not the deluxe Mandarin Spawn, just the regular one. It is now less than $10 before tax. It's like $11.50 tops to buy this thing, shipping and everything, and it'll show up at your house maybe in less than 24 hours. So I highly recommend you go over to Amazon right now and pick yourself up one if you are a Spawn fan just like myself. Thank y'all so much for tuning in this long and for watching another episode in general of P.O.L Game Review. And if you get bored, go ahead and check out some of my music. I go by IntraVenus and I do hip-hop. You can find it anywhere and everywhere. I usually put a little clip at the beginning and end of these videos. So, without further ado, I'm gonna go play with my toy. Have a good day. Bye.